Liverpool want the Eredivisie star. Liverpool is gearing up for an important summer in the transfer market after a disappointing campaign this season, and Jürgen Klopp will look to define the next generation of success at Anfield. The Reds are unlikely to join Champions League football next season after splitting the loot with Aston Villa at Anfield on Saturday afternoon. Instead, he will compete for the opportunity to deliver the Europa League in Dublin, one of the few trophies his Liverpool boss has yet to win. Indeed, Anfield loyalists will not be under the illusion that the club is about to splash cash at the levels of the other top 6 teams like Chelsea and Manchester United. But he is expected to make much-needed improvements to refresh and revitalise the roster to bring success back to Merseyside's red side. Liverpool have connected with numerous midfielders over the past few months. Because the club is set to part ways with Naby Keita, James Milner and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain this summer, paving the way for a complete transformation at the centre of the pitch. Feyenoord captain Orkun Kökçü, who has been linked to his transfer to the club for the past few days, is a player who can follow in Cody Gakpo's footsteps by replacing the Eredivisie with the Premier League. So who is Orkun Kökçü? The Turkish midfielder has been a key player for Feyenoord in the Eredivisie and has played an integral role in their championship offence this season. Like Gakpo at PSV Eindhoven, Kökçü is captaining his side, and if he can continue to dominate English football, he could bring his outstanding leadership qualities to the centre of the pitch at Anfield. First, he went into the Premier League like a duck into the water after replacing the Netherlands with English football, scoring 6 goals and recording 3 assists in 20 top flights. Therefore, there will be hope that Kökçü can repeat this number. But judging by their numbers in that term, they have an excellent chance. Indeed, in more than 30 Eredivisie games, the 22-year-old midfielder, dubbed the leader by talent scout Jocek Kulik, has scored 8 goals, recorded 2 assists. It also created 10 great chances. He averaged 90 touches, 2.8 key passes and 60.5 accurate passes per game. Not only that, Kökçü ranks in the top 4% of his positional peers in the world's top 8 leagues outside the Big 5 league in terms of shot creations, attempted passes, progressive passes and progressive carries. He's proving to have tremendous offensive ability and can be a huge asset to Klopp and his forwards next season. According to the CIES Football Observatory, Kökçü has a market value of €30 million. Feyenoord is willing to sell his midfield game for a similar transfer fee. It would be much cheaper than pursuing other similar midfield targets like Jude Bellingham, who reportedly charged £130 million, and McAllister, which would cost the Reds £70 million. It remains to be seen if Liverpool can get a good deal on the hidden gem this summer, according to Charlie Morley. But given the prices of Liverpool's other top targets, Orkun Kökçü could present the Reds with a good investment opportunity. The Turkish midfielder, who is only 22 years old, can evolve to a whole new level in the hands of Klopp. Considering he has many years ahead of him, he could serve Liverpool for many years. Considering that Klopp needs alternative midfielders, not just headliners, it seems like a logical target. Virgil van Dijk named outstanding star as Roberto Firmino's successor. Leaf fall continues in Liverpool, just before the end of the season. The club has recently officially announced the departure of 4 players, and it was a beautiful farewell in the final Anfield game of the season. Of these 4 players, without a doubt, the most heartbreaking was Roberto Firmino, who became the darling of the fans. The Brazilian player accomplished extraordinary things during his 8 years at Anfield and turned into a completely different player with Klopp. Klopp helped him become an excellent link player by evolving from a standard forward to the role of the fake 9. Firmino is undoubtedly a great player to be missed. However, it is a fact that the club made preparations in his absence. In January, the Reds signed Dutch star Cody Gakpo, who can play similar roles to Firmino and has many years ahead of him. Since Gakpo arrived, it hasn't exploded yet, but it has achieved a certain standard. Now Virgil van Dijk is leading Cody Gakpo to replace Roberto Firmino as Liverpool's fake 9 next season. Speaking to The Independent, the Anfield midfielder praised his Dutch international teammate for his quick adaptation to the Premier League, as well as his ability to grasp the ropes of playing Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool attack. Gakpo had a somewhat impressive performance in his first 6 months in the UK. With Firmino leaving Liverpool at the end of this season, The 23-year-old Dutch attacker could be an ideal replacement for the Reds icon, even if it means learning a new role from the ground up. Gakpo has largely played as a winger throughout his career. However, Van Dijk thinks the young forward could be the man to replace Firmino. The defender said, "I think it's a very difficult role to play, and I think Cody has given an outstanding performance. He's still learning, he's still adapting. I think Bobby has been one of the best in this role. Cody's first 6 months and he's already doing very well, so that's a positive sign, and he should keep going. He should keep both feet on the ground and listen to me," said. Evolution seems to be the key word when it comes to Liverpool's current roster. Gakpo is set to receive the keys to Firmino's role next season, which could be a big change in Liverpool's offensive. This is a change that could bring many exciting possibilities. While Gakpo may not have the intelligence to replace the Brazilian striker, his physicality and goal-scoring abilities could make the Dutch a force in Liverpool's attack. Klopp may be about to make an incredible decision to let the 23-year-old run the line next season. Given the presence of Luis Diaz on the left wing, Klopp may want to use him in the middle. Of course, Darwin Núñez's existence is also a danger for Gakpo. However, what Klopp should really prefer is which formation he will play. If it's going to be played in a fake 9-role formation, Gakpo is one of the best options available. Transfer interest in Liverpool's young midfielder is growing. It's no secret that Liverpool have signed multiple midfielders this summer. Klopp wants to include at least 3 midfielders. Clearly the Reds need such a change. Many names are on the agenda, but one name from Portugal has come to the fore in recent weeks. Liverpool have reportedly warned Manuel Ugarte that they will soon make an offer to sign the Sporting Lisbon midfielder, who has been heavily linked to his transfer to Anfield. According to the record, the Reds will make an offer to the Uruguayan player in the coming weeks. South America has had a breaking year for Sporting, and Liverpool are looking to pull Ugarte into the Premier League. The Reds look poised to make their first move for the young player amid growing transfer interest from clubs like Aston Villa and Chelsea. While Liverpool's sales pitch is arguably the best of the 3 English clubs, Ugarte himself could be transferred to West London or Birmingham if the Anfield side slows their mark to strike a deal with Sporting for the midfielder. Indeed, central midfielder is a position where Liverpool could sign 3, as they want to completely overhaul Jürgen Klopp's options. And making an early bid for Ugarte could be huge business for the Merseyside Giants in the long run. Liverpool know that the sooner the transfers are made, the more time Klopp will have in the pre-season to put his plan for the next season into action. Bidding early for Ugarte could be a huge plus for the Reds in rebuilding their roster this year. The 22-year-old can play multiple midfield roles, and with rival clubs also interested in Ugarte, Liverpool know they need to act fast to complete Ugarte's signing.